If you're looking for the most expert advice on Amazon interviewing on YouTube, then you found the right channel. Stick around. I'm Gigi, and I am the Amazon interview whiz. I was a senior leader and bar raiser at Amazon. If you don't know what a bar raiser is, just check out this video up here. I personally gave the go to hire hundreds of Amazonians across tech and non-tech. I know exactly what it takes to get hired at Amazon, and I'm sharing that insider expert knowledge with you on this channel. Stick around until the end, where I'll be telling you about something you can get for free that is so valuable and every single Amazon candidate needs. Let's get started. So we're going to talk about how you deal with nerves when it comes to your Amazon interview. Now, before I forget, if you want notes for this video, or in fact the whole channel, they are available through a link in the description. So if you're interested, just head down there now. Okay, so dealing with nerves, I have 4 big tips based on the thousands of hours that I spent interviewing for Amazon, and of course in my life before Amazon. There was in fact life before Amazon, crazy as it may seem, and also of course my own experiences of interviewing as a candidate. I am the type of person who does actually get very nervous, and actually I'm the type of person that physically shakes when the adrenaline starts to pump through my body. So I really genuinely understand how this works. So these are my 4 big tips. My first tip is about practice, and actually it's a part 1 and a part 2, which makes up 2 of the 4. Practice. And this is something I'm going to tell you that is probably going to make me pretty unpopular with a lot of companies, a lot of hiring managers, and a lot of interview coaches, but I know this works for me, so this is why I'm sharing it with you. My tip is go for interviews for jobs that actually, if you don't get, you're not actually going to be heartbroken, because it gives you just real life experience and practice of interviewing. Your psyche will learn that, you know, actually sometimes it's quite enjoyable and you don't need to be terrified of it. And of course, when you make mistakes, particularly if you're also a bit rusty, if you haven't interviewed for a long time, which many people don't, then anything that you've done wrong, you can firstly go and look at my video about feedback, where you can see how I suggest you gather feedback for yourself when you come out of an interview. But if you do that, you can then diagnose any of the mistakes that you made, any of the things that you wish you'd done differently, and so that the next time you do a practice real interview, you'll get better. And then the time after that, you do a practice real interview, you get better. So that's my first tip, unpopular as it may be with companies and hiring managers and interview coaches. It definitely works from a candidate point of view. It's actually a key strategy I employ. I hope no one interviewing me in the future looks at this YouTube video and sees this, but here's my honesty for you. Hope it doesn't backfire on me. Okay, so that's my first tip. My second tip is still about practice, but it's about mocks. So sometimes you just can't get the first type of practice, and maybe you don't even have time to get the first type of practice because your Amazon interview is coming up really soon and you didn't get much notification for when it was going to be. So the second one then is about practice through mock interviews. It's not going to be as real in terms of the simulation, but if you do plenty of practice mock interviews, and it doesn't need to be with someone who understands Amazon necessarily. It doesn't even need to be someone who understands the leadership principles. Although, you know, if you're going to free coaching sessions, you might be able to spot people that you can then ping offline and ask to link up with you. But it can just be people who just do interviews regularly, and just practice with those, and it will just get you into the flow of question and answer. It will get you into the habit of situation, task, action, result, and it will just seem less unfamiliar when you actually go into your real interview, the one that you really want. So that's number 2. Number 3 is about taking in tools that will give you some comfort that you can rely on them to help you in the interview process. Now, the tools that I think of when I imagine doing that is firstly a practice of always writing down the interview question. That's another video of mine, but that's really, really helpful because your brain isn't constantly panicking, thinking, am I still answering the question? Am I on the right track? Because you'll have written it down. The second tool that I talk about is taking very brief, high-level notes into the interview with you. Now, they have to be brief and they have to be high-level, and again, I have another video all about that. But if you have those type of tools, safety nets, if you like, the part of your brain that would usually be spending energy thinking and panicking about those things can, rest easy. It knows you've got some tools prepared so that it doesn't need to worry about it. So that frees up the cognitive load for you to really actually focus on delivering your Amazon interview answer. Now, number 4 is a brave one, but I really, really recommend it. And I recommend it as an interviewer, having experienced this from a number of candidates. And here's the tip, which is fess up. Tell your interviewer that you are particularly nervous. Not necessarily because you want sympathy and you want them to go easy on you, but more that once you get it off your chest, again, your brain is not going to be putting a load of cognitive energy into trying to pretend that you're not nervous. I'm sure you'll know if you're a nervous person, you'll be sitting in an interview and you'll be thinking, oh, stop shaking, Gigi, stop shaking, don't lift that glass because they'll see that you're shaking. Oh my God, that happens to me so much. I take in a bottle actually, so I don't spill anything. Little tips like that, right? But if you admit that you're anxious in the way that I would have done, when someone saw me picking up a bottle of water and it's shaking, they'll know it's not because I have some terrible kind of shaky disease, which maybe I do, but nonetheless, they'll know it's because I'm anxious. So it helps them understand certain behaviors that you'll demonstrate in your interview and put them into the context of you just being a nervous person. And of course, you then won't have to worry about trying to suppress those physical demonstrations of your anxiety because you know that they know. And again, your brain can free up that cognitive load that it's investing in trying to suppress those behaviors and focus it all on answering your Amazon interview question. So I hope you found that video useful. Now, I did say at the beginning, if you stuck around, I was going to tell you about something that I was going to give you for free. Well, I'm giving away my Customer Obsession Leadership Principle Masterclass from my academy to you completely free. It includes everything you need to know to absolutely ace the questions that you're asked about customer obsession at your Amazon interview. Just check out this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.